Hey everybody, Matt here with Mercury TV, and today I'm going to be reviewing this, which is the Maingear Forma R Mark II. Alright, the video is going to be split into two sections. One is going to be a relatively lengthy introduction into how I even stumbled upon this chair, and the second part is going to be the assembly and my initial impressions. Don't be fooled into thinking this is going to be a video where, like most of my other ones, I'm going to be able to tell you in the first minute, absolutely buy it or absolutely don't buy it. I think with any chair you need a lot of ass in seat time before you can really tell your viewers whether or not you think it's worth buying. So far, color me impressed. I like this chair a lot. But I need a couple of weeks of actual usage before I can figure out if it's actually going to be worth a damn. Maybe the stitching is going to fall apart. Maybe the lumbar support's going to give out. Who knows? Right? So you got to give these a little bit more time than just unboxing straight to the review before you should spend your hard-earned cash, right? Now, if you've had your eye on this before and you just haven't seen other reviews of it, then this is going to be a relatively positive review of this chair, okay? Now, I've been working from home for almost a year now, all right? I work from home, I game, and I sit in a chair sometimes way longer than any human should be sitting in a chair during a day. It's just bad for your back, and my back is trash. The chair I've been using has been a Staples office chair that I bought 5 or 6 years ago. The seat cushion is worn out. The padding on the armrest is non-existent. And it's a short chair, so I never had the ability to, lean my head up against anything. So I started looking around, and of course the SecretLab Titan was apparently God's gift to man, and I just could never pull the trigger on it for a variety of reasons. First and foremost, they were never in stock. The ones that were in stock were ones that I wouldn't have preferred. The other day I almost pulled a complete boomer move and just bought one of the esports chairs based on the fact that it looked neat. But I stopped myself, thank God. I was like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Just wait until what you want is available, but I don't want to wait 2 more months, okay? I'm impatient like that. And the other thing that made me pump the brakes was the fact that on their website they have 11,000 positive reviews, an average of 4.9 stars. And the horror stories that I did read turned me off to the whole idea. And the horror stories mainly had to do with 2 things. Number 1, the seat cushion being hard as a rock, according to some people. And 2, the customer support. Apparently the customer support over at SecretLab, all their funding has gone to their marketing team, and they are not very good. If you have a problem with your chair, they take forever to respond to you. They require an inordinate amount of proof. And then if you want to ship it back to get something serviced or get a replacement, you have to pay $100 to $180 out of pocket to ship it because it's a 60-pound freaking container, right? So that worried me a little bit, and I never just pulled the trigger on a Titan, okay? But I asked around to my friends, said, what are y'all using? And my buddy Nick said he's using a Maingear Forma GT, maybe. And so I started looking at Maingear, right? Their website had 5 chairs available. None of them really stood out. I said, okay. Well, then one day I was looking on Amazon at Maingear chairs, and on the GT Nero page, there was a different color option. Instead of black, it was a gray and red, except it was called the Forma R Mark II. So I did a Google search of that. And here's what I was able to find. It sold at Micro Center and on Amazon. But on Amazon, it's sold by Micro Center, so it's like a Micro Center thing. Well, then further on down the Google page, I found a post on Imgur that someone had made of this chair side by side with the SecretLab Titan. And I could be way out of my element. I could be way wrong here. But I think that the same people who manufacture the SecretLab Titan made this chair because it's damn near a carbon copy. Right as I'm talking right now, I'm going to have the photos going side by side. It just, everything looks the same. The wheelbase looks the same. The adjustable lumbar support dial is identical. The shape of the chairs is the same, right? The only thing that's different is that this is in a gray and red versus in those pictures, it's the gray with the blue, right? It's not unfathomable to think that Maingear paid that same plant to make them a chair and just put the Maingear logo on it, right? I mean, for me, one of the things that I was kind of like, holy crap, this might be the same thing, was when I got the chair, I unpackaged it, and one of the things that everyone always mentions with the SecretLab Titan is how incredible that head pillow is, just how soft it is. Dude, this is like the same exact thing. It's the softest memory foam I've ever touched in my life. I love it. It's a great part of the chair, right? It has the same type of armrests. It's like the same everything. It's got the metal armrest, right? Everyone's like, oh God, it's got metal on the Titan. Well, it's metal here too, guys. The only difference was just a couple of aesthetic things that probably saved them some money, right? This chair costs $380 versus if you want to buy the soft weave fabric from SecretLab, that's going to run you $460. So it's $8 cheaper. And the places that it's different is stuff like this handle to recline. It doesn't have the little finger grooves on it. These covers for the screws that attach the seat back to the seat base, you gotta screw them on instead of having the magnetic thing. The arms, it doesn't have the little SecretLab logo right here, okay? But that's about it. So unless I can be proved otherwise, and if there is anyone in the DFW area who has a SecretLab Titan, they would be willing to let me borrow just to do a real side-by-side comparison, please comment below because that would be really awesome. But at this point, I'm convinced that this is just a rebranded SecretLab Titan, okay? Which I think is cool because I got it for $80 cheaper. So, anyway, going into this chair. I don't want to sell someone short. I don't want to sit there. It drives me nuts when people unbox a chair, sit in it, and say, this is so great, buy it. But the chair's pretty good. I'm going to need a lot of ass in seat time before I can say one way or another you need to spend your money on this. I think a lot can happen over the span of a month that will really let you know whether or not your purchase was worth it. Does the seat cushion wear out too fast? Does it get uncomfortable too fast? Do the back of your legs kill you? Are the armrests really uncomfortable? Is the lumbar support giving out? What's the tilt mechanism like? There's a lot of things that can happen in a month of usage that you can't figure out right out of the box, right? But so far, I'm happy with this chair, all right? So, when you order it, you get the stereotypical, absolutely massive box, all right? It's 60 pounds. It's got Team Lift written on the side. So if you do have to take this thing upstairs, I would really recommend getting someone to help you. Building it took a grand total of like 30 minutes, and that was only because I had a little helper trying to do their best to help me out at every turn that they could. But assembly was very easy. The most difficult part of it, without a doubt, was if you're by yourself, when you pick up the whole seat and you try to mount it on the base, that got a little bit difficult. It took me like 2 or 3 tries, but other than that, it was a breeze, okay? The only defects that I noticed that mine had was there's one little stitch right here that's a little whacked out, not that big of a deal. And then this side thing was a little bit, I don't know, it has a crease in it. Who cares, okay? The main reasons why I really wanted this chair, whether or not it was a Titan knockoff, was the fact that it had built-in adjustable lumbar support, and it looked like it was. The problem is with Maingear in this whole experience is there's no sizing chart. Okay, so I was just kind of buying this blindly, hoping that it would fit me, and let me tell you that it does. For reference, I'm 6'4", 200 pounds, and this is probably the best a chair has fit me in a long time. Okay. I don't feel restricted in any way, shape, or form. It's tall enough for me to be able to, rest my head on it, which is really nice. And it's tall enough. Okay, there are very few chairs out there that I can tilt back in and have my feet like lift off the ground at all. And this is going to be one of them, and that's pretty neat. The only other issue I had right off the bat, I don't know if this is like a thing, so if you guys own Titans, let me know. But when I have the tilt lock engaged, okay, it's engaged right now. There's still this tiny, minuscule rock, and I won't lie, it kind of pisses me off, just due to the fact that like it's $380, it's a tilt lock, right? In my mind, that says the base should not move at all. and yet here I am still rocking just ever so slightly, okay? Not a deal breaker by any means. I'm sure that I'll end up just staying in the, leaned back a little bit position anyways, but it was something that I still am kind of like, come on, man. So starting from the base up, the casters on this are surprisingly good. Most times when you have plastic casters on hardwood floors, they're loud, they make a crap load of noise. These are pretty quiet. Uh-oh. Look at that. I've got my review materials up right now. SecretLab Titan right there. It rolls really well, okay? The base of it is metal. It's sturdy as hell. The gas lift is pretty good. At first I was really skeptical for how short it was, but with how thick the whole mechanism underneath is and how thick the seat chair is, as someone who's this tall, it's really not bad, like in any way, shape, or form. Okay, so that's good. Moving up into the kind of mechanisms underneath. All right, like I said, you have your tilt lock, which if you have it disengaged, which most of the time I do, you're able to rock, right? Which is nice. I usually game relatively lean back if I'm playing Rocket League with a controller, and then I sit straight up if I'm doing anything with mouse and keyboard. Of course, as a gaming chair, it has the whole, let me, recline all the way back. Yes, I had the tilt on as well, and I wasn't too worried about this thing falling apart. Like, you're not going to fall over using this, all right? And then, for me, the main selling point was the adjustable lumbar support right here, built in. One of the main complaints I saw with some Titan users was the fact that they said this isn't anywhere near enough. But if this is the same chair, it's more than plenty, I think. The only problem with built-in lumbar support is the fact that you can't adjust the height of it, okay? Meaning that everyone's back is a little bit different. And so if you need your lumbar support a little bit lower, a little bit higher, you're kind of shafted with a built-in simply due to the fact that, like, it's in one position. I think I lucked out with the fact that it's right where I like mine to be, okay? The seat base is that cold cured foam, and I can see why some people wouldn't like it, but I think that if you're going to be spending a lot of hours in a chair, you want a firmer cushion versus a softer one. You don't want your car seat or your office chair to feel like a lazy boy. This isn't like relaxation time. I mean, it can be, but you want something that's going to kind of help hold you up, not something to sink into. I think when you sink into chairs like I was with my previous office chair, it causes a lot more harm than good. Yeah, it might be comfortable, but it's not ideal, okay? So the seat cushion here is really firm. I saw some people doing the knee test or whatever. Well, I'm putting my knee on it. I'm not hitting anything underneath that would let me know that, like, there's a metal structure underneath there at all, okay? The seat back is also great. I don't know what material it's made out of. It's a lot softer than the base is, I can tell you that. And the only thing that I would say is be careful if you're a lot wider than I am, okay? Only due to the fact that, like, these things on either side, if you're a really wide person, I feel like these would just suck. They'd just be digging into you the whole time. And for me, it's not a problem. I fit right in there perfectly. So I don't have any issues with it. There's no discomfort there, right? I got plenty of wiggle room, okay? Like I said, the included pillow, incredibly comfortable. I love it. I don't think that's overstated in any of the Titan reviews at this point. Like, this pillow is, like, ridiculously comfortable. I don't think I'll ever fall asleep in my chair, but I could see how some people would, okay? Next up is the armrests, all right? Now, these came, when they were installed, like pre-installed, they were a little bit further in. And I had to go in, undo the screws, and slide them out as far as they can go. I personally like my armrests to be kind of as far out as they can be. I don't like this, whatever the hell this is, okay? They're the 4D armrests, which is still a really stupid branding thing. They go in and out. They go inwards and outwards, right? And then obviously up and down, and they can tilt if you need them to, which I don't, all right? But they are good armrests. Like, I was pleasantly surprised at how much give they have. The last time I owned a gaming chair, it was a DX Racer Sentinel, and the armrest might have been made out of like titanium. They sucked. Like my elbows after using them for just a little bit hurt a lot. I've only had this for a couple of days, but I was able to kind of put in a long gaming session last night. I left my elbows resting on here the entire time, and it doesn't hurt. There's just enough give there, right? Maybe in a month's time when I do an update review, I'll say these armrests suck, but for now, I think they're okay, honestly. What else on the chair? Oh, yeah, like the material that it's made out of. So, like I said, the only option I saw on this was the fabric version, which I'm a huge fan of. I live in Texas, and when it's 106 degrees outside with humidity, sitting in a leather chair sucks. Doesn't matter if you're inside with AC, it just sucks. All right? So that's why I was pretty stoked about the fact that this is fabric. Be warned, if you have a dog, which I do, dog hair is going to stick to this thing like a freaking magnet. There's nothing you can really do about it. I've just had to, every time Molly comes in here and she leaves, I just got to wipe the seat off. The second thing is, if you have a kid, like I do, just, watch out for when they're carrying around a drink, because it's fabric. So just, I guess, be careful around it more than you would. The little accents are made out of this pleather, fake leather stuff, but it's nice. It's not bad. But yeah, man, I'm surprised that this is not a bigger thing. Maybe it's a really well-kept secret at this point, but this is an awesome chair. And it was $80 cheaper. I mean, now at the time of this video, I just looked on Amazon. It's going for $400 now. I just bought it 4 days ago for $380. I can show you all the receipts. So I have no idea what the thought process was there, but it's a good chair so far, right? But you got to give it a little bit of time before you can really know whether or not your purchase was worth it. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of all I can think of for the review. If there's any questions, comments, concerns, please post them in the section below. Again, if anyone in the Dallas-Fort Worth area has a SecretLab Titan and would be willing to let me borrow it just for a day so I could do a real side-by-side comparison, I would love that. But yeah, man, if you're looking for a Titan and you don't want to wait and you don't want to pay that much, this really might be worth taking a look at. I'm glad that I bought it right now. And luckily I can say, I'm like, dude, I'm just going to go on a rant real quick. The video's basically over. If you're done, you're done. Go ahead and go. But like, something that drove me nuts about those Titan reviews, if you go and search on YouTube, SecretLab Titan review, the first 5 pages are filled with the exact same video. SecretLab sent me this chair for free. They did not pay me for this review. Oh, but also there is an affiliate link in the description below. And if you buy a chair from that link, it would help support my channel. All right, what all these people are saying is that, no, I didn't get cash in hand up front for this review, but I am now a commission-based salesman for this chair. So if I can convince you to buy it, you're putting money in my pocket. Of course they're gonna fucking say it's the best chair ever, right? I would, but no one sent me this chair. I bought it with my own money, and I am pleasantly surprised, okay? So that's gonna do it for the review. Thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. Sorry I look like shit. I recorded like 4 variants of this earlier. I was wearing jeans. I looked good. It's like 7 o'clock now. I don't care anymore. I just want to get this thing done. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon, especially about this chair. So y'all take care. See you next time. Got that back now? Can Daddy have? Come here. I'll trade you. I'll trade you. It's a good trade. Thank you.